In today's episode, we discuss important updates to Campustown.
Also, we'll be discussing TCNJ's annual Spirit Week as well as other upcoming activities. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Derek Carper.
And I'm Kate Cartonito. This is LTV News. TCNJ's homecoming football game victory marked the fourth consecutive win for the Lions, the Signal reports. Nearly 1,500 people were there to watch the Lions defeat Morrisville State College and their conference best offense. The game was a nail-biter from start to finish, as Lions defense continued to be their defining attribute in their 21-20 win. TCNJ's defense forced a turnover during the last 10 minutes of the game, providing the team with the opening they needed to catch up with Morrisville. The Signal reports that an over-the-shoulder catch from senior wide receiver Fred Sprengel allowed for a tie in the game, while sophomore kicker Evan Costello gave the Lions an extra point for their 21-20 win. Sophomore running backs Victor Scalisi and Brad Young were credited with the team's 121 rushing yards. Senior linebacker Nick Bricker led the way for the Lions with an impressive 19 tackles. The Signal quotes Bricker as saying, "Although we may not be the biggest, fastest, or strongest team, we have great team chemistry and truly believe in one another. Believing that your teammate will get the job done is pivotal to our success."
Here at TCNJ, Homecoming Spirit Week is a huge event for the school, and this year was no exception. Starting on October 14th and going through October 18th, different college organizations came together to form 13 different teams to participate in the annual Spirit Week. For this year's Spirit Week, the theme was musicals, and each team adopted a different musical to coordinate with. These teams participated in 11 different events, ranging from volleyball tournaments, male cheerleading, tug of war, and the big finale, the lip sync and dance competition. Participants in this event devised skits with their team to present in front of a huge audience of TCNJ students, with clever plots, hilarious lip sync samples, and amazing backdrops. With great participation from all, Sigma Kappa and Phi Alpha Delta won Spirit Week. Sporting the musical Phantom of the Opera, the team single-handedly won 6 of the total events. Regardless of winners, the festivities had great turnouts, and it was apparent how much the community enjoyed the event this year. Caitlin Shepard of Sigma 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 said, quote, "It is important for TCNJ to have Spirit Week because it brings the school together. It allows for the opportunity for all different student organizations to come together, form teams, and have a fun week. We hope to see Spirit Week be as great of an event next year and look forward to what experiences will be developed."
Campus police had their hands full recently with a slew of incidents, including robbery and vandalism. An arts and interactive multimedia student had her $600 iPhone and case stolen, the Signal reports. The student had left her phone in her backpack in the Arts and Interactive Multimedia building on Tuesday, October 22nd, and returned to her belongings to discover her phone had been taken. Another incident took place a week later on Tuesday, October 28th, when it was revealed that paint had been splashed on Holman Hall's second floor. Following campus police's involvement, 3 students were issued court summons. Campus police had their hands full later that week when it was reported that a student had found the portrait of Harold Eichhoff in the backyard of her home. The painting had been covered in a white sheet, and neither she nor her roommates knew it was there. At around 2:30 p.m., the student returned the painting, which campus police put back on the wall.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll hear from our special correspondent on the recent election of the governor of New Jersey.
Hey John, what are you looking at?
Oh hey Kate, just reading the latest issue of Student Health 101.
What's that?
It's an online magazine here at TCNJ. It's got a great number of articles. Everything from study tips to how to get energized in the morning. And the best part is, it comes out every month and it's free.
That sounds awesome. Let me check it out.
Hey, wait a minute, I'm not done yet.
No, I just want to see it for a minute.
No, wait, your turn.
Oh,
Ow.
oh my leg.
Ah, your hair.
My leg. Oh, my leg.
No. Student Health 101. Log on now. It's about time you had some me time.
On Tuesday, November 5th, incumbent Governor Chris Christie defeated challenger Barbara Buono in a landslide. Impressive considering Democrats outnumber Republicans 3-2 in New Jersey. Christie became the first Republican in over 25 years to secure more than 50% of the popular vote in a state election. In reality, though, Christie's re-election won't have a major impact on many college students. Only a small percentage of the college's funding actually comes from state funding. Most of it comes from your tuition dollars. The bigger impact of this election, however, lies in the initiative that was passed raising the state minimum wage from the federally mandated minimum of $7.25 to $8.25. And while it is nice that those with jobs already will be getting a pay raise, there is, though, great evidence that a hike in the minimum wage actually has a negative effect on overall employment and even the overall earnings of workers in lower skilled jobs. And while that might seem counterintuitive, the data sometimes does show otherwise. Back to you, Kate and Derek.
Let's get to the remainder of our stories. Spirit Week may have been a big thing at campus, but even larger was the annual Homecoming Day and Homecoming Tailgate. This year marked much controversy over some of the changes to homecoming that included no cars, age-verified wristbands, and the loss of the privilege for organizations to play their own music. Despite these changes, homecoming turned out to be a big and well-received event after the holding on October 19th. Stephanie Servino, a senior biology major, said, quote, "It's nice to see everyone so bonded. Everyone had TCNJ swag. They had their shirts, their pins, and their hair ties, and a lot of fun together." Alumni had similar feelings coming to visit their place of graduation. Many said that they enjoyed the annual event and seeing the spirit that prevailed about the college. Other alumni loved coming back to see how the college has changed, noting new buildings and the Campustown construction. Hopefully next year's homecoming brings back that same charm it has had continued to show over the years.
TCNJ's Campustown has created more than a little buzz when it comes to how the project will affect life for students on campus since the construction started. While construction equipment and piles of dirt are the only action students can see, they may be unaware of the potential businesses making their way onto Campustown once the project is finished. The college has signed letters of intent with a sushi store, yogurt shop, and other potential stores, reports the Signal. The newspaper spoke with David Muha, the Associate Vice President for Communications, Marketing, and Brand Management, who stated that a Barnes & Noble, as well as a health and fitness building, will be featured in Campustown. Muha was quoted as saying, "The main goal is not to improve the relationships with the Ewing community, although that is one of the expected objectives." Campustown is expected to create 446 extra beds for the college, reports the Signal. Contrary to in some opinions, this will not affect the number of students admitted to TCNJ in the near future. The student-run newspaper quoted Muha as saying, "The addition of extra beds will, quote, give the college flexibility to adjust its own residence hall programs to meet long-term needs." Campustown is expected to be completed by the fall of 2015, an addition to the college that will likely be worth the wait.
TCNJ is a great place to be between its organizations, great classes, and frequent events. In order for a lot of these events to occur, they must go through Student Finance Board, or SFB. This board decides which event should receive funding and is a moderator of the rules and regulations that dictate how events run. The College Union Board, or CUB, is a huge presence on campus, and they have received full funding for 3 events, a total of over $33,000. Among the events approved on October 7th is the Welcome Back concert in January, an a cappella event for April, and an already elapsed Haunted TCNJ event, which occurred on October 31st. For the Welcome Back concert in January, CUB hopes to welcome students back to the campus after a long winter break, while allowing them to enjoy the band 21 Pilots, CUB's first choice. Sarah Stammer, the administrative director of SFB, said, quote, "I think the Welcome Back concert is something that has been a staple for TCNJ students to expect," and this factored into her approval of the event. The other highly anticipated event is an a cappella show that will be headlined by Pentatonics, a famous a cappella group that will be opened by TCNJ's very own Trentones. This event has been allocated for the entire $18,500. Well, that's it for this edition of LTV News. If you would like to join LTV, like us on Facebook or email us at ltv@tcnj.edu. I'm Derek Harper.
And I'm Kate Cartenuto. See you next time.